Hey Cookie family, welcome back to That's How I Cookie Coach. So have you ever been in a bakery or grocery store or even the mall and saw those giant chocolate chip cookie cakes and thought to yourself, man, I wish I could make one of those, but I don't even know where to start. Like, do I use a regular chocolate chip cookie recipe? What kind of pan do I use? And how do I decorate it? If you can relate to that, go ahead and hit that like button right now. But don't worry, I've got you covered. Today I'm going to show you how to make a soft and chewy chocolate chip cookie cake. First step, gather up your ingredients. So for this recipe, we're going to start with 1 cup plus 2 tablespoons of butter. So 2 sticks and 2 tablespoons. This butter is really soft, a lot softer than the butter that I use for my sugar cookie recipes. This is almost melting. So we're gonna go ahead and stick that in our bowl. To that, we're gonna add 1 cup of brown sugar and a ½ cup of white sugar. We're gonna cream these together until they come nice and smooth, probably about 2 to 3 minutes. Okay, we're gonna scrape down the sides and give it one last turn. Now it's ready to add in the eggs. I have 2 eggs here, but I'm actually going to be using 1 whole egg and 1 egg yolk. So for the first one, I'm going to separate the egg and the yolk. I always do my first one in case I make a mistake, I have a second try. This yolk is going to go in with my 1½ tablespoons of vanilla. Now my second egg. And that can go right in with the first and the vanilla. This is going to go in and cream together with the butters and the sugar for another 1 to 2 minutes. So at this point, my butter, sugar, eggs, and vanilla have all come together in one smooth, creamy, and even consistency. So now I'm ready to mix together my dry ingredients. Here I already have 3 cups of flour. Into this, I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of cornstarch. I'm going to add a ½ teaspoon of salt and 1½ teaspoons of baking soda. So at this point, I'm just going to mix up my dry ingredients with a fork or a whisk to make sure they're evenly distributed. And then I'm going to add my dry ingredients to my wet ingredients and start mixing it on low. Once I see it starting to come together, I see that flour white going away and it's all coming together as one congruent dough, that's when I'm going to get ready to add in my chocolate chips. I have 1½ cups of mini chocolate chips. I like to do the mini chocolate chips. I just feel like that way they distribute out really evenly and you get a lot of little chocolate chips in every single bite. So I'm going to go ahead and add these in and just mix it up a tiny bit more. We don't want to overmix it. This has come together perfectly, and you guys, I wish you could smell it because even though it's not baking yet, it smells so good. I wish I could just grab a spoon and take a bite. Matter of fact, that makes me think maybe I should make some edible cookie dough for you coming up. So if you want to see some edible cookie dough, leave me a comment. Or if you have any other suggestions, leave me a comment. Let me know what you guys want to see. But today we're going to be baking this dough. So I have already prepared my 10-inch springform pan. I have a parchment circle lining the bottom, and I am just going to press my dough in here firmly so that it's ready to bake up. Now I'm going to chill this in the freezer for about 15 minutes or however long it takes my oven to preheat. I'm going to heat up the oven to 350 degrees and I'm going to bake this for about 30 minutes. I usually check it around 25 minutes, and if it looks like it's getting a little dark, I just cover it with some aluminum foil. That way it can continue to bake, but it's not going to get too brown. If you're with me so far and you're sticking around to see how this turns out, make sure to hit that subscribe button because I have so many more ideas to share with you. This baked up perfectly and it's had a chance to cool, so I'm just going to release it from the pan now. And I am going to be decorating this today with some of my grandma's buttercream frosting. I'm going to go ahead and link the recipe right here, and of course down in the description box below to this buttercream frosting recipe. I am using today tip 1E, Wilton tip 1E, but you can go ahead and use whatever tip you like. I'm just going to go ahead and give it a few swirls all around. Now I think it's perfect just like this, but I have seen these decorated in so many different ways. You can go ahead and add some sprinkles, add some other decorations. You can add some writing and buttercream frosting. I actually am going to go ahead and I am going to be adding some decorated sugar cookies to this, and I am going to be giving it to a friend so that she can gift it to her niece for her graduation. You can see how I do that right now.